Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw on 2nd down is gone. Throw left side complete. It's Reeves. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. He finds Beckham, complete. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick, and I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Rosen looking to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Rosen. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll have the 1st down as he's up to about the 18. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Over the middle, complete. That's Reeves. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The 15 yards there on the catch and run. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Goff now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Back to the ground game here. Gurley looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now gone. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Gone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. So
the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, Rosen. He's got his man. That's Landry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And now it's Rosen looking. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to pump the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. More from the desert after this.
All right. Come on now.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not only going to tip it, I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's gone. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun, here's Goff. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lutz's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the 2nd half gets underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Rosen will throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Rosen on 1st down. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And an alley to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch it now, Barney.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now it's Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He's going to look deep down the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. A shotgun snap for Goff. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This is taken around the 12. What a spin. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pass incomplete. Landry the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Rosen again on 2nd and 10. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. Landry brushes him off. Going to throw right side here. Complete. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Another carry now for Gurley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's gone. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now it's gone off the bootleg. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
76.
Gurley. Room to run past midfield. A big run there by Gurley. 59 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Penny will try to punch it in, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. They get it to him running left. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Goff now looking to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. And Lutz puts this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, second and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Second and 10 now. It's Rosen. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 2nd down, Rosen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Rosen to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
They'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go now.
Back to throw. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion.
The Cardinals on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. First things first here, they got to pick up the first down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Patriot! Patriot! Gone! 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 Gone!
Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Everyone's got four down. What's up?
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent, and how about that